What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host, Tyler, and today I'm going to be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major Forex pairs for the week of March 30th to April 5th. Let's hop in. Okay, guys, welcome back. We're going to get started this week with AUD CAD, and we're going to get started on the monthly chart. Since the month is almost over, we're going to take a look and see how the candle is closing. So overall, we have a small bearish Kumo cloud here. We had a nice retracement back up, and we got resisted here at the Kijun-sen. But right now, we have a lot of long wicks on these candles, and there is really no clearly defined trend right now. We do have a bearish cloud, like I mentioned, and the Chico span is below the candles. However, we have the Chico span in the past overlapping the candles. We've had this really strong rangy overlapping and twisting market. So overall, in the monthly chart, really no direction. Let's go to the weekly. Okay, guys, on the weekly, we have a bearish Kumo cloud. We have price inside the Kumo cloud right now. We had a gold cross, and we had Chico span come above the candles. So that was 2 out of 3 Senyoku Kyoten signals. However, now we have a death cross here. So what this is telling me is that we have a neutral market here on the weekly chart. We have a lot of mixed signals, and so there really is no clear defined trend on the weekly chart either. Now, let's take a look at the daily chart. So the daily chart is also similar. Right now, price is in the Kumo cloud. We had a gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and now we have a death cross here. So we have mixed signals here on the daily chart, and we also have the Kumo cloud twisting. So right now we have a bullish Kumo cloud here twisting in the future. It looks like we're getting supported here on the Senko span A. But overall, guys, there really is no clearly defined trend on this market. And so right now I have this market just is going to be consolidating over the next few weeks. And so that's why I have it marked orange. All the orange flags are just for ranging markets, which I'm not going to be trading this week. The blue flags are for markets I'm waiting for the breakout. And the pink flags are the special pairs. But this week, guys, I don't see any. The markets are pretty quiet. They were pretty quiet last week as well. I didn't take any trades last week. So yeah, but we're gonna get into some important setups because I think we're gonna have a lot of nice breakouts coming into around April 11th into the second week of April. So we need to be prepared, and we still need to make sure we analyze the charts and prepare ourselves and make a trading plan for when they do break out. But overall, guys, AUD CAD this week I most likely will not be trading. Okay, AUD Swiss franc on the monthly. So guys, this past month we've had a retracement back to the Tenkan-sen here, but overall, since price, hold on, let's see if it closed. So it did close, price closed above the Tenkan-sen. So overall, this is a bearish Kumo cloud, but it's still pretty small. So we can't trust the trend 100% yet. And the Kijun-sen is flat. So price, since it closed above the Tenkan-sen, most likely it could be retracing back to the Kijun-sen. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But overall, we have the beginning, possibly, of a bearish trend here on the monthly. But after we break this support level here, hold on, let me move that. So once we break this support level, 0.56070, the next target would be down here at this level, which is the 0.53433 level. But let's go to the weekly chart and see. Okay, guys, so on the weekly chart, we've had a really long consolidation, and we have a triple bottom here. So overall, it looks like we're starting to get a reversal here. We had a gold cross here. We have the Chico span just about to come above the candles, and we had price break the Senko span A. So in the future, if price continues and hits this Senko span B area, we're going to start to see the beginning of a bullish Kumo cloud twist. So overall, on the weekly chart, this is looking like it's bullish right now, and we're retracing back to the Senko span B. So let's look at the daily chart. Okay, and there we go. So we had some of those signs on the weekly, and now if we look on the daily chart, guys, you can see that we had 3 out of the 3 Senyoku Kyoten signals, which are the bullish trend signals for Ichimoku. And so anyone who is new to Ichimoku, feel free to watch my introduction series so you can learn about those. But basically, you want to remember this order, that this gold cross is when the Tenkan-sen crosses over the Kijun-sen. That's the first sign. The second sign is when the Chico span, which is the yellow line, comes above the candlesticks. And then the third sign is when price breaks through the Kumo cloud and Senko span B, which is this really thick white line. So those are the three signals. And then to confirm the trend, usually we're going to wait for the Kumo cloud to get more steam and to get a stronger structure after some N waves up. And that's how we confirm the trend. And so right now, this has some pretty good structure to it. And so I'm expecting this to keep trending in the bullish direction. And so we're going to be waiting for this consolidation and this retracement. But I'm expecting price to be consolidating in this zone here and retracing, possibly back down to the Kijun-sen. And then this is going to be into the first few weeks of April. And then once we hit around April 11th, we can start looking for the breakout of this resistance level here. Let me put that in and just change that real quick for you guys. So I'm going to be waiting for the breakout after this consolidation and retracement. And we're going to be waiting for the breakout of this resistance level, 0.59330. So, but for this week, guys, this is a consolidating, retracing market, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. AUD Japanese yen on the monthly chart. Guys, this is a very strong bullish market here. We have a really thick Kumo cloud base, lots of steam in this cloud, and we have right now price is above the Tenkan-sen, above the Kijun-sen, above Senko span A and B, and we have everything pointing up. And so right now, guys, this tells me that this market, the switch is on, this is bullish, and we can expect the lower time frames to start to follow this. We had a nice consolidation here. This is going to be an N wave. We've got that confirmed since we're about to break this resistance level. So I'm expecting that to happen soon. We have a bunch of N waves coming up. So overall, guys, looking very strong. However, we do have some resistance levels here that we need to watch for. So let's throw those in real quick. Put these resistance levels. Yeah, so here we go. Boom, there's one there. And there's one up here. So the 102.846 and 105.432, these will be possible target areas after we close above the 100.172, which is the previous resistance of this candle here. Now let's go to the weekly chart and get some more detail. Okay guys, so on the weekly, here's this long consolidation. We had the market was neutral, right? We had a bearish Kumo cloud. Now we have a bullish one. And now we're getting a series of N waves in the bullish direction. And we're getting support here on the Kijun-sen. So this overall is a bullish market. Price is above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. And Senko span A is flat. Senko span B is pointing up. And the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen are both flat. So this is not 100% bullish. We're going to need price to close above this wick, which was that resistance level that I showed you guys. And so let's go to the daily chart real quick to zoom in even further. Okay guys, so daily chart. Here we are, bullish Kumo cloud. We had price now on a retracement back to the Kijun-sen here, which is flat. And guys, I always say this, but remember, when the Kijun-sen turns flat and when the Senko span B turns flat, that means that price is most likely going to retrace soon. So we need to look for the retracement. And so once this doji candle formed, and then we got this one, this was turning flat. And so you can see price has been interacting with the flat Kijun-sen here. And now it looks like we're finding some support. So we had a nice long wick down. Price traveled all the way back down to this supply zone here. And then we closed above the Kijun-sen. So that's a bullish price action sign in my opinion. And now we have this small inside bar forming. So we're going to need to wait for price to go back in the bullish direction. But overall, I have this marked blue. I'm waiting for the breakout of this resistance level here. And possibly, if we can get the lower time frames trending, the 4 hour and the 1 hour, we could look to enter a trade in early, possibly before we break out of this resistance level. But overall, guys, these markets are pretty quiet. And this most likely over the next few weeks will still be consolidating So we're going to need to just, we have it marked blue. We're ready for the breakout. I've got some alerts set and I have a trading plan. So, we know what we're looking for, but just mark this one. It's probably not going to be this week, but it could be over the next few weeks, like I said, going into April 11th. So keep that in mind. AUD USD on the monthly chart. Now, guys, we are getting a little bit of a Kumo cloud twist here, but this Kumo cloud structure is there's really no trend here, and so I'm not going to spend too much time on this monthly chart. We do have price below the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. However, we have no formation, we have no structure on the Kumo cloud, and so right now we're just stuck in a ranging market here on the monthly chart. Now, we do have the Chico span below the candles, but we're going to need to see more structure in the Kumo cloud before we can confirm any type of bearish Kumo cloud trend. So anyways, long story short here on the monthly, really is no direction on the market. Now on the weekly chart, let's take a look. So on the weekly chart, the same thing is happening. The Chico span is overlapping the candles up and down. We're getting, we've gotten gold cross and a death cross, another gold cross, and now another death cross. So this is also a neutral market here. We have a small Kumo cloud twist here, but really no structure here. So this again is just a neutral market with no trend direction on the weekly. Now on the daily, we have exactly the same thing pretty much. We did get a death cross here, the Chico span below the candles, and we did get price to break the Kumo cloud Senko span B, which is the thick white line. So we did have a nice bearish trend starting to form here, and we had 3 out of the 3 Senyoko Gyukoten signals, which are the bearish Ichimoku trend signals. However, we had price retrace on this N wave so far back to the Senko span B that it formed a gold cross, and it also formed a Kumo cloud twist. So this right now on the daily is a neutral market. Now, since we did have this bearish trend before, I'm expecting that once this consolidation breaks, that this is going to be an N wave in the bearish direction. So I got this marked as a giant N wave here, but we're going to need to finish our consolidation around these levels, and then hopefully we can get the continuation of the trend in the bearish direction. Now, if we break this support level, guys, this is the 0.64854 level. I'm going to be looking on the lower time frames to enter a trade, and hopefully I will be targeting down here at this level here, which is the 0.63267 supply zone down here. Now, from the current price to the carat is about 190 pips. So lots of room to run, but we're going to need to confirm the breakout on the lower time frames. And so this is the first level, 0.64854, and then 0.64428. And once we close below those levels, this is going to be a really nice one to enter if we can confirm on the lower time frames. So mark this pair, that's AUD, USD, and keep an eye on this for the next few weeks. CAD, Swiss franc on the monthly. Now guys, overall, bearish Kumo cloud. However, price has closed now above the Tenkan-sen, and we have the Kijun-sen flat, Senko span A and B both flat. So overall, guys, we have a bearish Kumo cloud structure, but we are on a retracement and consolidation. So that's why I have this marked as a consolidating pair. And so that's all you need to see on the monthly. And let's go to the weekly. So on the weekly, we have a little bit of a mixed signal here. Now we have the Chico span about to come above the candles. We had price close above the Senko span A, and we have a very narrow we have a narrow margin here between Senko span A and B, so we could be seeing a Kumo cloud twist soon. Now, you notice we are also getting this gold cross. So if we can get the gold cross, the Chico span above the candles, and price breaks the Senko span B, then we could look to target this Kijun-sen here. But when I look at the daily chart, it looks like we're starting to get resistance here at Senko Span A. So let's go to the daily. Okay guys, so looks like on the daily, we've had a nice bullish trend so far. We had 3 out of the 3 Senoko Kyoten signals. We had a gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and we had price break the Senko Span B, and we have a nice Kumo cloud structure here. But as you can see, the past few days we've had these really small spinning top doji candles here. And so what that's telling me is that since price has reached up to this long flat Senko Span B area, this is a really strong resistance zone. And so and we can also see too that the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen are both flat. And so I'm expecting price to take a break from trending in the bullish direction and to be retracing over the next few weeks. So the first level we're going to see a retracement to would be the Tenkan-sen, then the Kijun-sen, and then possibly even back down to this supply zone here, which is around the Senko Span A. So keep an eye on that. But overall, guys, from the current price to the Kijun-sen is about 87 pips. Now, it's not really, I usually like to look for a little bit more than that. And possibly we could take a trade on this, but it just doesn't, I don't know if it's going to be worth the squeeze, you know? So, and we could just stay consolidating up in this level here, like in between the Tenkan-sen and this resistance level. So I'm not sure that's going to be worth it. And I would probably, to be safe, that's why I have this marked as a ranging pair. I'm going to most likely not trade this one, but I am going to be keeping an eye on this. Once this consolidation's done, we're going to be looking for the breakout of this resistance level here, the 0.66729 level, because that's from the higher time frames, the monthly and the weekly. I still believe that there is more bullish momentum and more bullish trend to be had with this pair. Just we're going to need to take a quick break and let it consolidate for the next few weeks. So for this week, I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, CAD JPY on the monthly. Now guys, you know the deal. Everything's pointing up, so this is bullish. We got a nice strong bullish Kumo cloud structure also. So Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Senko Span A and B, all pointing up. So this is a bullish trend. However, we are reaching into this, the top of this other Kumo cloud here from the past. And it looks like once we get to the lower time frames, it looks like we're losing a little bit of momentum. So we also have this, this ending diagonal here. So we had a nice deep retracement, and now we've got resisted here on this trend line here. Let me just draw that in. So, you know, top resisted, and it looks like we're getting resisted here. So let's go to the weekly for more detail. Okay guys, so on the weekly, we've had a long consolidation. We have a nice structure here. We got price above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. And this, you know, this could be an N wave up, so we're gonna need to keep an eye on that. But it looks like, you know, right now Tenkan-sen's flat, Kijun-sen's flat, and the Senko Span A is flat. So we've got 3 out of the 4 flat, and so we can't confirm the trend yet. Now let's go to the daily chart. Okay guys, now this is what I want to show you. Now the daily chart, this Kumo cloud is looking very weak. So this is a really, this Kumo cloud is really thin. So we can't really trust the structure of this yet. And so that's why I think this pair is losing some momentum here. And you can also see that the price is starting to round out like this. And so that's, when I see that type of price action, it tells me that we're losing some steam. And so I've got my drawings on, I've got the Ganfan here. We got supported on the 3-to-1 angle here, which is also Senko Span A. And then we came all the way back up to this resistance level, and we got this spinning top doji here. And now it looks like we're getting rejected off of this 2-to-1 Gan angle. And so here is another spinning top doji. And so if this is an N wave back down, I would be expecting to target this Ganfan line here, 3-to-1, on the Senko Span A. And so guys, that's why I have this marked as a ranging pair. I'm expecting this to be a reverse N wave back down here to this flat Kijun-sen Senko Span A area and this Gan fan angle here, angle 3 to 1. Most likely this will be consolidating over the next few weeks, and for this week I will not be trading this pair. Okay, Swiss franc, Japanese yen on the monthly chart. Guys, overall, this is very bullish. Nice Kumo cloud structure. We got price above the Tenkan-sen. Tenkan-sen's pointing up. However, Kijun-sen is starting to round out and flatten. So that's why I think we could be seeing a retracement soon, because Kijun-sen and Senko Span B are flattening out. However, Senko Span A is still pointing up. So we're going to have to wait for the close below the Tenkan-sen to confirm the retracement back down to these levels. But let's look on the weekly. Okay, guys, so on the weekly, you can see that we have an ending diagonal here. So this is showing me that the price is losing momentum here, and that soon we could be seeing a death cross on the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, the Chikou span below the candles, and then eventually the Kumo cloud twist in the bearish direction. But for right now, we're not seeing that yet. But that's, as I said, we're starting to get the ending diagonal, this price action where you can see it, guys. It's curving, right? You see how it's just starting to curve? Like when the trend first starts, this price action goes up on a really sharp angle, right? But when it loses steam, it's like a train going up a mountain, right? Like once you get to the top of the mountain, the tracks start rounding out, right? And then we're gonna start going back down again. So this is what we're seeing. The tracks are starting to flatten and we're starting to come back down again. And so let's take a look at the Ichimoku. We've got a small bearish Kumo cloud. Can't trust that yet, it's too thin. But we do have, it looks like a reverse N wave. But price right now is in the Kumo cloud, and this really is just a neutral market with no trend direction. So this is different than what we had on the weekly and the monthly. And so we're gonna need to wait and see once we can confirm a stronger trend here. But this, in my opinion, since we've had this consolidation and we've already had a long bullish trend on the weekly and monthly, I'm expecting price to, after it finishes consolidating over the next few weeks, to break very strong in either direction. So if we can break this support level here, the 167.086, and we get a better structure on the Kumo cloud, and we can confirm on the lower time frames, I'm going to be looking to trade this pair back down to this supply level here. And this is about 495 pips from this support level. So there's a lot of room to run. And we're gonna that's why I have this mark blue. But I would even say maybe let's mark this special, because this has given us the most amount of pips to run. And I'm thinking that once the conditions are set up, this is going to be a great pair to trade. So maybe not this week, actually most likely not this week, but make sure you set your alerts and set your price targets here. This would be 162.174 and this support level here, 167.086. We will confirm on lower time frames, but yeah, guys, this one's looking pretty juicy. And I'm going to be looking at this one very sharply over the next month. So that's Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Okay, Euro AUD on the monthly. Now guys, we've had a really strong retracement back up into Senko Span A. We have this, a tweezer top double bottom here. So we had price come down, boom, and then price here. So this is a double bottom. You can see here too on the Chikou span, this kind of, if you guys, if you ever need to clarify the price action, the Chikou span is really good because it just shows you a simple line. And so I always look to the Chikou span just to double check my idea, but this is a double bottom here, you can see. And now we had, we had a gold cross. We have the Chikou span above the candles. So we have 2 out of the 3 Sanyoko Koten signals. But it looks like price is getting resisted here at the Senko Span A. And so on the monthly chart, this is bearish. I'm expecting price to be coming back down and following the Senko Span A line. Now let's go to the weekly. Okay, weekly. So here is the double bottom, right? We broke out on the Senko Span B. So we had 3 out of the 3 bullish trend signals here. Had a nice bullish trend on the Kumo cloud. However, Price is now ranging. We had a death cross and a gold cross. So it looks like soon we'll be getting a bearish Kumo cloud twist, and price will be heading back down in the bearish direction. But overall, this is just a neutral consolidating market right now on the weekly. Now on the daily, you can see that this is just a neutral market as well. We had the gold cross Chico span above the candles, and we broke out of the Kumo cloud and Senko span B, but we never really got a strong follow through on this trend. And you can see once price got up to this level here, the 167,447, we had a really deep, strong retracement back down to Senko span B. And so right now we're just stuck in this range. So this is a neutral market as well. And you know, I'm not really looking to trade this one. I'm expecting price, since we got the Senko span A here, and we've got a lot of like long wicks. You know, this is a really undecided market. It doesn't know which way it wants to go, but I am expecting price to come back and touch up on these levels. But that's, you know, this is really, let's measure this. It's 123 pips, but remember guys, there's no trend right now. And this is a really spiky consolidating market. So most likely I won't be trading this pair. And this is just going to be consolidating in these levels here over the next few weeks. So once we can break either this support level, the 1.64422, if we break that and we get the proper trending conditions, we could look to target down in this supply area at this support zone here. That's 313 pips. So this could be pretty solid trade over the next few months. Or we could wait for this to break on this resistance level here, and then we would target up here at the next resistance level, which is 163 pips. So either way guys, this is a consolidating market, and I most likely will not be trading this pair this week. Okay, EuroCAD on the monthly. Guys, now this looks pretty identical to the last chart, except for there was no double bottom, but we had a really strong retracement here. And we had a gold cross, the Chico span above the candles, and now we're just consolidating in this range right here. We do have a bearish Kumo cloud, but this is pretty thin. So price could, you know, depending on if we break this resistance level here, the 1.51053, or this support level here, the 1.41610, depending on which level we break, we could be breaking through the Senko span B, and that could be causing a bullish Kumo cloud twist. So 2 out of the 3 bullish Kumo cloud signals we have already. So we're going to need to wait and see, but overall this is just neutral right now, and we don't have a clear trend on the monthly. Now here we are on the weekly, and this is just a ranging market, right? The Chico span has been above, below, above, below. So this is a neutral market. The Kumo cloud has just been twisting, very thin, no structure to it. So we don't have any trends here on the weekly chart right now. So let's go to the daily and get some more info. Okay guys, and now exactly the same situation here on the daily. The Chico span is just overlapping the candles. We've got a gold cross, now we have a death cross, and we had a bullish Kumo cloud here. So guys, you know, in reality right now we have no clearly defined trend here on the daily chart, on the weekly chart, or on the monthly chart. So this for me, I'm gonna most likely not be trading this pair. I've got it marked as a ranging pair, and we're gonna need to wait at least a few weeks to see if we can get any clearly defined trends starting. So for this week guys, I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, Euro Swiss franc on the monthly. Overall, this is a bearish Kumo cloud. However, price has closed above the Tenkan-sen, and the Kijun-sen's flat. The Senko span A and B are both flat. So it looks like we're on a retracement right now on the monthly chart. However, this is a bearish trend where we're just on a temporary retracement. Let's go to the weekly. Okay guys, on the weekly, you can see that we had a gold cross. Chico span is now above the candles. However, we're getting heavily resisted at Senko span B. So we're going to need to wait and see if price can close over the Senko span B line, and if we can get this bullish Kumo cloud twist. However, I think that we're going to get resisted here and price is going to come back down in the bearish direction. And that's based on the daily time frame. So let's look on the daily. Okay, I'm turn my drawings on. So guys, on the daily chart, you can see that we had 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten signals. So we had a gold cross the Chico span above the candles, and we had price break the Senko span B. We had a nice bullish trend. However, I do think that if this candle, so it looks like we got some support here on the Tenkan-sen. However, there's a strong possibility that price, if it closes below this 2-to-1 Gan angle, that we could be retracing back down to this next angle here. And so price has been pretty steadily stuck and hugging to this 2-to-1 angle. And we have now hit into this resistance level here, which is the 0.98202 level. And so, in my opinion, I think we're going to start seeing some consolidation. And as we consolidate, we could see price dip back down into this zone here. So we got the Senko span B flat. So that is showing us that price could be starting to get attracted back down. But we're going to need to wait and see if we can get price to close below the Tenkan-sen. And if we do, let's see, we've got about 120 pips. Let's go to the Senko span B. We got about 148 pips back down to this supply zone here. So that could be a pretty good trade if we can confirm the conditions on the lower time frames. However, guys, this week, this is just going to be a ranging, consolidating market, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, Euro British Pound on the monthly. Now, guys, on the monthly we have this bearish Kumo cloud here, this base forming. However, there really is no clear trend yet on this chart. We've had the Chico span below the candles, and now it's above. So this, guys, is just a neutral market, and we're really just stuck in this range here between this resistance level at 0.92804 and this support level here at 0.82073. So this is a neutral market here on the monthly. However, it is leaning more bearish. We do have price below the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen, but everything is flat right now, and we have the Chico span above the candles. So we have some mixed signals on this. But let's go to the weekly. Okay, so the weekly is giving us more details. So guys, on the weekly chart, we have a bearish Kumo cloud, but we had a gold cross and then a death cross, and we've had Chico span above and below the candles. So this too there's really no trend indicated on this chart right now on the weekly, and this is just a neutral market as well, but we do have the bearish Kumo cloud. So we could have a little bit of a bearish bias, and we've also got the death cross and the Chico span below the candles. So I am biased to the bearish side, and I'm expecting price to break down. But let's go to the daily. Let's see what the daily says. Okay, guys. So on the daily, let's see what this says. So right now, price is inside the Kumo cloud. We're just in this ranging market here. We have a Kumo cloud twist forming. So this really, there's no trend on the daily here. We used to have a bearish trend with this cloud, but we got a gold cross. We had Chico span above the candles. Then we got a death cross and another gold cross. So this really is no trend here. Now, let me turn my drawings on. So guys, I got this marked as a ranging pair, and I'm just expecting price to consolidate for the next 2 weeks inside the cloud. And, we could see price, it looks like we have a double bottom here. So boom, boom. So we got a bullish Kumo cloud twist. So I'm expecting price, once it gets out of this consolidation in the next 2 weeks, to break the Senko span B, and we're going to start seeing a bullish Kumo cloud form. And going into May and June, we could be back up retesting this supply zone here, and that's quite a lot of pips. So let's see how much we got from here to there. It's about 150 pips, so not too bad. But yeah, just for this week, guys, I most likely will not be trading this pair. Euro Japanese yen on the monthly. Overall, guys, this is a bullish trend. Price is above the Tenkan-sen, the Kijun-sen, and the Senko span A and B. Everything's pointing up. So this is trending on the monthly chart, bullish. On the weekly chart, we have some mixed signals. We had a death cross and then a gold cross, so we were just in this range. But this is a bullish Kumo cloud structure, and we have now price above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. However, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Senko Span A are flat, and Senko Span B is pointing up. So this is not trending right now according to this these indicators, and it looks like we might have a double top here. So we had a top here, and now it looks like we're getting resisted with this inside bar. So this could be a double top. Now on the daily chart, you can see we have a bullish Kumo cloud. However, price is below the Tenkan-sen, and the Kijun-sen's flat. The Senko Span A and B are flat, and then here is this previous top, and then our recent top. So guys, let me turn my drawings on. So right now we close below this 2-to-1 Gan angle, and so I'm expecting price to come back and retest this supply zone here and the Senko Span A. So for the next few weeks, this is just going to be a retracing pair, and from the current level to the Senko Span A is about 164 pips, but there are no trend. There's not a bearish trend here on the daily, and so maybe we could start to target something in after the next few weeks. But right now, this looks like it's just going to be a consolidating market, just around these levels here, and so we might not be catching any trends on this one. So that's why I have it marked as a consolidating ranging market, and I most likely will not be trading this pair this week. Okay, Euro USD on the monthly. Guys, I got this one marked blue. I really like this pair over the next few weeks. So right now, on the monthly, we have 1 out of the 3 Senyoku Koten signals. We had a gold cross, but we have the Chikou span now about to bump into the candles. And in my opinion, we're going to trace these candles back down. We have a nice bullish Kumo cloud here. It was thin to get started with, but now we've started to build a nice consolidation and a nice base, and we're starting to get some more steam in this cloud. So let's go to the weekly. Okay guys, on the weekly, now we had a nice downtrend here, nice bearish trend, but we've been retracing the past weeks, right? But now you see we're starting to round out on this price action. So we had the recent high here, and now we have a lower high, and we have a lower low. So this price action is showing me that we're starting to come back down in the bearish direction. But one thing to note, guys, this Kumo cloud is too thin, too small, so we can't trust that yet on the weekly. However, this is starting to become bearish again. Now, let's go to the daily. Okay guys, now on the daily chart, right now we're stuck in a consolidation range as well. So we had a bullish Kumo cloud, and then we had a bearish Kumo cloud after, right? So we had this death cross Chikou span below the candles, price broke back through the Kumo cloud, and we formed a nice bearish Kumo cloud structure. However, we had a really strong retracement back up to Senko Span B. We recently had a double top here, and now it looks like we're starting to come back down again. So price came back down and followed the Senko Span A, and now we've got a spinning top doji bar here. So that's telling me we're taking a pause on this down move, and let me turn my drawing on. So we're going to just be consolidating for the next few weeks. This is a bullish Kumo cloud, so we're going to need this to turn bearish again to continue the trend back down. So that tells me that this consolidation is not over yet. So I have this marked blue. I don't know if I'm going to be trading it this week, but I have my plan in place, and so I'm waiting for this support level here to break. This is the 1.07682. But obviously, guys, like I always mention, we'll have to confirm on the lower time frames, and I'm expecting that we're going to need at least a few more weeks of consolidation. But I like this pair, and so I have it marked blue because I'm really going to be keeping a strong eye on this on the next few weeks. And so from current price level down to the next support zone here, we got about 100 pips. But if we can get this as a giant N wave down like that, and we go down to these supply levels, let's take a look. Let's target this bottom of the Kumo from here. So that's about 219 pips. And then from all the way down here to the bottom support here, that's 342 pips. So I like this pair, guys. I think it's going to start getting some more bearish momentum after this consolidation. And so that's what I'm waiting for. And that's why I've got it marked blue. But like I said, this week could be consolidating still, but I just want you to mark this pair because in the next month or so, I think we're going to start seeing it start moving again. Okay, British Pound AUD on the monthly chart. Now guys, we just got the very small bullish Kumo cloud here. We had a gold cross, we have Chico span above the candles, and we had price break Sanko span B, and we're getting this Kumo cloud twist. However, this is still too small, so we don't have a true trending market yet here. We're gonna need to break this resistance level here, which is, let me put that on real quick, which is the 1.99721 level, to confirm this N wave up and to confirm a stronger trend on the monthly chart. Now on the weekly chart, we've already had a 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Koten signals, gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and we broke the Kumo cloud and a nice Kumo cloud structure here. However, the past weeks we've been consolidating in this zone here, and we had a death cross, and now we've had a gold cross. We've got a pretty narrow gap here between the Sanko span A and B, so we need to be careful, and we're going to need to wait for this resistance level, which I just mentioned, to break, because if not, if we break this Sanko span B level here, we could be getting a bearish Kumo cloud twist. Now on the daily chart, you can see that we've also been consolidating. We've got a bullish Kumo cloud and a very thin gap as well. And let's zoom in a little bit. So we've had a death cross and we've had a gold cross. So this right now is just a ranging market. It's neutral with no direction. So we can't trust this trend yet until we can break out of this range. So let me put my drawings on. Now guys, since this is such a thin gap, I'm expecting this to cross over, and I'm expecting price to continue in the bearish direction. And over the next few months, once we get the proper indication from the Ichimoku, we could be looking to target all the way down to these support zone here, this pink box, this rectangle, and that's about 678 pips to the bottom. So lots of room to run. It looks, this has been a long consolidation, and so once we break this range, it's going to be a very strong move, either up to this next resistance level, or it's going to be a strong move back down to retest this support zone here. So keep an eye on this one. Price is pretty much in the cloud this week, so most likely will not be trading this pair. It's just going to be consolidating for the next few weeks. But keep your mind on this and remember our trading plan, because once it does break, we're going to get a really nice move. So that's British Pound AUD. British Pound CAD on the monthly. Guys, we've got a gold cross. We have Chico span below the candles, yeah, and we have a bullish Kumo cloud twist. And it looks like price has been heavily resisted here at the Sanko span B. So overall, there's really no trend direction here on the monthly chart. Now on the weekly chart, we had 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Koten signals, gold cross, Chico span above the candles, an N wave break here through the Sanko span B, and a nice bullish Kumo cloud. However, recently we've been consolidating here after this double top, a nice consolidation here in this zone. And we have a really thin Kumo cloud right now, so we're going to need to wait to break this resistance level here, the 1.73526 level, to confirm the move up. However, let's go to the daily, because that's going to give us more detail. So let me just clean that up. So on the daily, guys, we had a bullish trend. However, we've just had a death cross here. We're on these reverse N waves down. So we've had a death cross, and we have the Chico span, which looks like it might come below the candles. And so right now, if I turn my drawings on, I've got this trend line here. We've got a very thin spinning top doji bar here that looks like we're catching some support around this level. So you can see this wick here. This wick is bullish because it shows me that there was a lot of buyers at these levels. And you can see that it makes sense because if we look here, this is where the flat Kijun-sen level is. So guys, on my support and resistance video, you can go watch that. I'm gonna put a link at the end, and just check that out because you can check wherever the line is flat in the past, especially with the Senko Span B and the Kijun-sen. These are very important price levels. So just keep that in mind. And that's what we got here. We got a nice support. And so I'm expecting price to support up, to come back up to these levels, and then we're gonna start getting an N wave back down again. But until that happens, this is gonna be just a small retracement over the next few weeks and a consolidating market. And so I'm not gonna be trading this pair probably over the next few weeks. But I do have a plan, and once we start to break back down in the bearish direction, then I'm going to be looking to target these lower support levels here. Let me put that in real quick. Yeah, so that's going to be probably not this week, but over the next month. And so from this support level here to there is 145 pips. And then to down here is 300 pips, 304. So lots of room on this one, but we got to be patient and we got to wait for the proper setup. So we got one out of the three bearish Senyoku Gyukoten signals, the bearish trend signals on the daily. And so we got to be patient and wait for the other two, the Chico Span below the candles and breaking Senko Span B. So this week, guys, I'm not going to be trading British Pound CAD. Okay, British Pound Swiss franc on the monthly. Guys, so this was a bearish Kumo cloud and a nice trend. We broke from this. This was a nice consolidation here. We broke this down from these support levels here, and now we've come back up to retest it. Price looks like it's getting resisted here at the Kijun-sen, but overall we have a bearish Kumo cloud, so we could expect price to head back down in the bearish direction. Now, on the weekly chart, here is this nice long ranging consolidation market here. And then we have a bunch of Kumo cloud twist, and we have the Chico Span overlapping the candles. So guys, this is just a neutral market, so really no trend direction here on the weekly chart. Now, on the daily chart, we have a different story here. This is a really nice bullish trend. Price is above the Tenkan-sen. We've got the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen pointing up, and we got Senko Span A and B pointing up. So this is a nice bullish trend here on the daily. However, we're starting to reach into this resistance zone here. And so I'm expecting a retracement because look, if you can see this wick, so we had a long wick up, and then we've had another wick and a bearish candle close. So this is a double top with these wicks. Here you can see the first one and the second one. So here's a little double top action with the wicks. So that could show us that this is a pretty heavy resisted area. And if price closes below this support level, the 1.13660, and below the Tenkan-sen, I'm expecting a retracement back to this support zone here on the Senko Span A. And that's at 1.11177. And so from the current price level down to there is about 186 to 262 pips. So nice room to run here on this one. But we will have to confirm on the lower time frames. And right now we've got a little spinning top doji here. So it looks like we could just consolidate above the Tenkan-sen and just be consolidating in this area. And so until we break below there, I have this marked as a ranging pair. So keep an eye on that. If we break below, then look for the confirmation on the lower time frames, and you can target these areas here. But this week, guys, I'm just expecting a consolidation, on these levels. So if we break below the blue line here and we close, then look for the retracement down. But if not, this is just going to be a consolidating market, and I most likely will not be trading this pair this week. Okay, British pound, Japanese yen on the monthly. Overall, guys, this is a very nice bullish trend. Price is above the Tenkan-sen, and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Senko Span A and B are all pointing up, and the Chico Span is above the candles. So we have a nice Ichimoku bull trend here on this chart. However, one thing to note is that we are coming into this previous resistance level here. So Let me just make sure that's drawn. Here. Okay. So right there at the 195.886, that is a pretty heavy resistance area. And so if we go to the weekly chart, you can see, guys, right now, I've talked about this before. This is an ending diagonal, or in Ichimoku, this is called a Y wave. And so let me just draw in that real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So that and that, right? So this looks like the letter Y, and this can be a very tricky market, because if we're trying to trade the breakout and we buy here, look at this sharp reversal, right? And so you're just stuck in this whipsaw here. And so when we see Y waves, typically I avoid these, and we've had Y wave here on the weekly chart. And so I'm expecting price to reverse from up here. And let's go to the daily. Okay, so on the daily chart. On the daily chart, we got a bullish Kumo. However, price now is stuck in between the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen, which is flat. So right now, guys, this is just a consolidating market. And so I've got this arrow drawn in here. So we're in this support zone here. But now you can see we're on the 4-to-1 Gan angle. And I'm expecting price to close below this angle and then start to come down and retest Senko Span A, and then consolidate further in this zone here. And then we could see price even start to target this angle here, the 8-to-1. So overall, guys, for this week, you have a lot of really small candles, little doji candles. So this is just telling me the market is undecided. And there's really no trend direction right now, since we are retracing and we're stuck between the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. So I'm expecting price to close below this angle and then head back down to this level here. So let's see what we got. It's about 180 pips, but this is a really tricky consolidating market. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading this one. We'll have to see how it develops in the next few weeks. But most likely this week I will not be trading this pair. Okay, guys, British pound, US dollar on the monthly. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing. It really helps me and my family. So much appreciated, much love. All right, let's keep it going. So guys, right now, there's no Kumo cloud here. So this is a really thin twist happening. So this is a neutral market. We had a gold cross here with the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, but Chico Span is still below the candles, and we haven't broken through Senko Span B. So this is a ranging market. We're stuck between this range here. Let me turn that on. So this is the top of the range, 1.31424. And then we've got this support level down here. So 1.03595. So quite a big range here on the monthly. But let's look at the weekly. Okay, guys. So on the weekly too, this is a neutral market. We had a death cross. We had Chico Span below the candles. Now it's above. Now we got a gold cross. So overall, this is a ranging market. Just stuck between this range here and here. And so really no trend direction on the weekly chart. Now on the daily chart, we have the same thing going on. So just a long consolidating ranging market. We did have a death cross, and the Chico Span is slightly below the candles, and we had price break Senko Span B, but we don't have a bearish Kumo cloud twist yet. So this is just a ranging market. And as you can see, I just have this market. It's going to be just consolidating over the next few weeks, probably bouncing around the Senko Span B. But if we can break this 1.25752 support level, and we start to see a better structure on the Kumo cloud, and then we break this level here, 1.25184, then I'm going to be looking to enter, once I confirm on the lower time frames, a trade down to this support zone here, which is 335 pips. So guys, this is not ready yet. We still gotta wait for the consolidation to finish and for the structure and the trend to confirm on the time frames. So that's why I've got this mark ranging, and this week I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay guys, New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. And thanks again for liking and subscribing. Really keeps me going strong, so thank you guys. So overall, bullish Kumo cloud. Prices above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. We got Tenkan-sen pointing up, Kijun-sen pointing up, Senko Span A pointing up, but we got Senko Span B flat. So we're going to need price to close above this resistance level to confirm the trend on this market on the monthly. And so that is, let me just put that level in so I can tell you guys. Oops. What did I do? Here we go. Sorry, guys. 93.454 is that resistance level we need to close above. Okay, so to the weekly chart. Okay guys, weekly chart, nice bullish Kumo cloud. However, price closed below the Tenkan-sen and now is ranging between Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. Both are flat, and we've got the Senko Span A flat, but we still have Senko Span B pointing up. So right now, guys, we can't confirm the bull trend on this time frame either. We are just ranging and consolidating here. Now, on the daily frame, let's check it out. Okay, daily time frame, guys. I got my drawings on. So, on the daily time frame, we have we've got 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Gyukoten signals, and now we're waiting for the Kumo cloud to twist bearish and to get a better structure. So we've got the death cross here. We have Chico span below the candles, and we broke through the Kumo cloud and we closed below Senko Span B, which is the thick white line. But as you can see, guys, this is very important. We haven't gotten a bearish Kumo cloud twist. So we have also an inside bar forming here. So this little white bar is now forming an inside bar, which usually is a sign of reversal. And so that's why I have this wave coming back up to test the flat part of the Senko Span B and then get resisted and then form this N wave down. So guys, once we break, hold on, let me fix that. So once we close below the 90.170 and we have a better looking bearish Kumo cloud, that is going to help us confirm the bear trend on the daily time frame. And so from that level down to this first support level here is 93 pips, and then down to the next support level is about 247 pips. So this is looking pretty nice. So I'm going to be looking after this consolidates the next few weeks and retraces back up. And once we get the proper trend indication on the daily and the lower time frames, I'm going to be looking to trade this pair. So I'm watching this one very closely. I probably won't be trading this one this week. And you know, guys, you might be noticing that I'm saying that a lot this week, and that's because I'm waiting for the absolute optimal setups. There probably are going to be some trades that we could take this week, and maybe we will. But the thing is, you know, if I can wait 1 or 2 more weeks for an even better setup, I'm going to do that, because the thing with trading is we got to have patience. We got to know when they turn the faucet on and these markets are running, then we hop in. But if the faucet is not on, you know, we're just going to be consolidating up and down, and it's easy to get stuck in that. So I'm waiting for the absolute best setups. I only trade the best setups. And so I'm not going to be trading any bad setups. That's my philosophy on this, and you know, I'm using my patience as an edge in the market. And so do that too. Identify when these markets are consolidating and just, you know, read some books, chill out, keep checking the charts, do some back testing, but don't trade just because you're bored. You know, trade because your strategy tells you it's time to trade, and trade because you have an optimal setup. Okay, rant is over. But yeah, anyways, guys, so I probably won't be trading this one this week, but I'm waiting very patiently for a nice setup on this. And so, you know, we've had, since the beginning of the year, we've had a nice long run up here on this pair, and now we're getting this reverse N wave here. So that's looking pretty solid to me. And I'm going to do a quick Fibonacci extension for you guys. So if this is indeed a reverse N wave, these are going to be our targets. So the one target level is going to be 89.114. One of my favorite target levels is 1.272 Fibonacci extension level. That's going to be the 88.274. And then we could reach even all the way down to the 1.618. And that's way down here. So guys, from this support level all the way down to here is 299 pips. So plenty of space to make profits on this one. We just got to be patient and wait for the proper setup. But it looks like we're starting to get something going here. So keep this one in mind: New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. USD CAD on the monthly. All right, guys, nothing much to say here. This, we have a really flat Senko span B. We have no Kumo cloud forming right now, but we do have price above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. So this could possibly be an N wave up, but right now we're just consolidating, so there's no trend on the monthly. On the weekly chart is pretty similar, still in this ranging market here. Kumo clouds overlapping. The Chico span is up and down, tracing the candles, so no trend on the weekly. And guys, that's the beauty of the Ichimoku. It's just so fast to take one look at the chart and you can already identify the conditions of the market. So that's what I love about Ichimoku. So right now, bullish Kumo cloud, price above the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. However, everything's flat. So we're waiting, guys, to break out of these levels. So let's see what we can do. We've been heavily resisted here multiple times, and it looks like for the next few weeks we're going to be consolidating like many of the other pairs, and we could go back down to we have a pretty narrow gap here between Senko span A and B, so we could get a reversal and come back down to test these supply zones here. And if we do, I'm going to reevaluate this pair, but this is a very strong consolidation, so I would say probably for the next few weeks, I'm going to just be avoiding trading this pair. But if we do break down to these lower levels, let's see, from here down to here, we got 364 pips. So we got a lot of room, but we're nowhere close to getting any bearish trend yet indicated here on the daily time frame. So this is just consolidating, and we're going to need to just be careful with this pair, and I'm not going to be trading this one this week. Okay, US dollar, Swiss franc on the monthly chart. Guys, we have the very beginnings of a bearish Kumo cloud forming here. However, we had price close above the Tenkan-sen, and so right now we're just in a ranging market between Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen. However, I think we can have a bearish bias, because we did form a lower low and a higher low here, or a lower high, sorry, always mix that up. Lower low, lower high. So this looks like we're on reverse N waves down. And so I would expect that this is the beginning of a bear trend, and we could be ready to even head back down to this level here, which is quite a lot of space. Let me put this in. From the current price level to down there is, wow, that's 21%. That's a lot. So we got I didn't even see how many pips was that. It's like 1,800 pips. So that's a lot. We're gonna need to let's see if we can get that. But overall, we're starting to get a bear trend forming here, but we're right now in a ranging market on the monthly. So no trend is indicated yet on the monthly. Now on the weekly, we're getting mixed signals here. So we had a gold cross, we had the Chico span tracing the candles, we had price close in the Kumo cloud, and we have a bullish Kumo cloud twist forming. So there's no trend on this market, and we're going to need to wait for more information. However, we are at the top of this trend line here. Let me draw that in real quick. Boom. So something like this, probably would draw it like that, or maybe I can draw it from this. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. So could be getting resisted here, but let's look at the daily. All right, guys. Daily chart. So daily chart, we had a really strong reversal back. So gold cross, Chico span above the candles, price broke on this really strong N wave, Senko span B was broke, bullish Kumo cloud, here we are, but we're back up here at this region of the last top of the Kumo cloud. So this is a pretty strong resistance area here. We got a flat Senko Span B, and we've got a flat Kijinsen here. So this is a strong resistance zone. And so I'm expecting price to retrace back down to this supply zone here. And you can see that we're starting to get some dojis forming here, some doji candles. And we got the Kijinsen flat. So from the current price to the Kijinsen is 121 pips. And then down to this supply zone is 241 pips. So guys, right now, this week is going to be just consolidating. But once we start to get a close below the Tenkan-sen, we might be able to find a trade on this one on the lower time frames. But for the most part this week, this is just going to be a ranging pair, and I most likely will not be trading it. Okay guys, last but not least, USD, Japanese yen on the monthly. And thanks again to everybody for liking and subscribing. I seriously, from the bottom of my heart, really appreciate you. I'm really looking forward to continue growing the channel. We just hit over 1,000 subscribers. So thank you guys, everyone liking and subscribing, everyone commenting each week. Really means a lot to me. So thanks a lot. So guys, overall, we talked about this last week. The Bank of Japan decided to avoid their negative interest rate policy, which they've been doing for many years now. So this was a big shock to the markets. I mean, not a huge shock, but the markets were moving quite aggressively after they released this news. And so that's why you can see on the monthly, we're getting this bullish trend here. We had a really thin cloud here, lots of movement up on this really strong impulse wave. We had a retracement back to Kijinsen, a nice support here at the flat Senko Span B level here. And now overall, guys, price is above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijinsen. So we're going to need to break the resistance level here, which is the 151.819 level. And that's going to confirm this N wave up. However, if we go to the weekly chart, you can see that it looks like we've got a spinning top, a little doji here, a bearish doji. So this is looking like we're getting resisted for the third time here at this level. So, we had a bullish Kumo cloud, but we had a death cross and then a gold cross. So there's really no trend direction yet on this until we break and close above this resistance level, which is the one I just talked about. And so on the daily chart, guys, let's get more detail. On the daily chart, you can see that we have a really narrow range here, and we're just getting a nice consolidation here. So it just started. You can see that we just started consolidating. And so guys, for the next few weeks, I'm expecting price to just continue to consolidate. And then we're going to need to see if we either break this resistance level or if we break this support level, the 150.266. So if we break this level, I would expect to target back down here. And that's 373 pips. So lots of space to run. We will confirm on the 4 and 1 hour charts if we can find a trade on that. But if not, guys, either way, once this breaks up or down, we're going to have a good pair here to be trading. So we just need to wait patiently for the next few weeks for this consolidation to finish. And so guys, when we get these consolidation zones, we have a lot of people who are buying, they're either going long or they're going short. And so all this pressure builds up, all these positions build up where the price is ranging. And then once the bulls or bears take control, it explodes either to the upside or to the downside. And so in the meantime, we don't want to get stuck in that. But once it explodes and it breaks resistance or it breaks support, we're going to find the market is now trending. And that's when we're going to look to take our trades. So when I'm talking about optimal setups, that's what I'm talking about. Knowing, guys, the market can only be in 3 conditions: bull trend, bear trend, or a ranging market. And so being able to quickly and effectively identify the condition of the market is really, I think that's the strong suit of the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo system. And that's why I love it. And that's why I think that once you get good at reading the Ichimoku cloud and the 5 lines and the time cycles, you're going to understand when to hold back and not trade. And then you're going to understand when it's time to start looking to trade. So keep that in mind. Check out, if you're new here, check out my Intro to Ichimoku series. And guys, I'm going to be releasing very soon part 2 of the mastering the Japanese candlesticks. And this is going to cover the Sagata Goho, the 5 essential candlestick patterns that every trader needs to know. So guys, I'm really looking forward to that. Stay tuned. It should be coming out soon. And until next week, guys, peace. And thanks again, everyone, for liking and subscribing. I really appreciate you guys. Much love. See you next week. Peace.